What's going on?
Nothing much. What's happening with you?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Okay, well, welcome everyone to the commentary zone. Today we will be discussing My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 8, Episode 13, Big Fat Brawl. And as you come on into the room, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. What'd you think of this episode?
For me, this is interesting. I really felt this was the best episode. I didn't have to really struggle to get through it. There was a lot more positivity with among the friend group. There wasn't the like petty sniping back and forth. So overall, I thought it was good.
It was okay. At least it wasn't like a record with a scratch in it stuck on repeat.
Right.
Um, it's building. But where was the big fat brawl? You mean what we saw between Buddy and Whitney? That was the big fat brawl?
I mean,
Get it.
well, this is for TLC. This is a big fat brawl.
Oh,
For
okay.
Bravo, this would be like a Tuesday afternoon.
And for VH1 breakfast?
VH1, that's barely like midnight snack.
Oh my god. Okay, so a quick summary of the episode. Buddy and Whitney are driving up to Asheville. We also find out that there's a delay with Ryan's arrival. The house is amazing. It's huge. It has a house manager.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Um, Buddy and Whitney go swimming. Ashley and Todd arrive. On day 2, we see tempers flare. Ryan finally gets there, and the group takes a hike at a waterfall. Let's dig in. Okay, so on the drive up, Buddy and Whitney, he says that he's been feeling anxious for a couple of days and he's feeling depressed. While Whitney is coming out of her depression, he's falling
Mm-hmm.
into one. These two should not be living together. God.
Yeah.
Um, but Whitney is concerned because when Buddy goes into a depression, it's not good.
Mm-mm.
They had another. She references another place that they went to where it didn't go well when he was depressed. So we shall see. They call Ryan, and he hasn't left Charlotte yet.
Right. Yeah, because he hasn't like, and he's like, I'm still in Charlotte. She's like, well, why? Why are you still in Charlotte? He's like, because you told me not to come until I got my COVID test, so I didn't. And
They
then the
took their
funny,
tests at the same time. What happened?
right, and the funny thing is, like, she got mad at him for doing what she asked.
Yeah, well, typical.
I'm
Typical
like,
Whitney.
I'm like Whitney, but he only doing what you asked him to do. But okay.
Child. Well, okay, so she's unsure about Ryan and
Mm-hmm.
whether he's got a good COVID test or not. She's worried about Buddy and him falling into a depression
Mm-hmm.
during the trip. So they get to the house. Y'all, as Emily D. Baker says, y'all, this a big house.
Right. I
This is a
mean,
big house.
I was like, whoa.
Yep. And Ryan got Ed, the property manager, to come out and meet them and let them into the house.
I thought it was gonna be a gag. To be completely honest, I was like, he's gonna really like gag them, like he's like send them to like
Oh,
this
a
rusty
shed?
this a shed. But he's like, I was like, whoa. And then Ed, I was like, okay, Ed exists. Okay,
Hmm.
good job, Ed. Ed took a man. Like, oh, this is a legit trip. I'm like, I'm good. Let's go.
Either he has some really good friends or he lucked out on like Airbnb or something.
Well, he knew the property manager, and he said that like, well, my friend is a manager or something. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. He's like, he's allowing me to use the plays. Like, I just wanted to like make amends or whatever. I'm like, okay. But I didn't think it was gonna be this night. I thought maybe like a couple bungalows or some bungalows, but
Like you
nothing.
saw a full-on sleepaway camp.
Right, but nothing like what they got.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Well, they get inside, and she has a call with her dad and her mom, Glenn and Babs. I guess just to let them know that she gets there, and Glenn is very glad that she seems to have made amends
Mm-hmm.
with Ryan and that they are moving along in their professional relationship. I don't think Buddy's too happy with that. He kind of had like a look on his
He
face.
just doesn't like Ryan. That's all.
But who does? But if the girl is making money off of it, like y'all are not in her business,
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
you know. Oh, gesundheit. Uh, they're not her business partners. This man is her business partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would you like it if she walked up to your job and told you that you and your boss suck? That's the equivalent of what they're doing. I don't get it.
I
Ugh.
just don't understand. They just don't like him. It's like you don't have to like him.
Yeah, you don't
Like
work with him.
you keep interjecting into her business, and she's not making that line. That's the
Hmm.
problem. They feel too comfortable approaching him in that way. And when they approach him in that way and he responds, you want to get mad. You can't get mad.
But that's because she likes her friends fighting for her. She likes that kind of
True.
unwanted attention.
Fair.
You know, I don't know. Like all of them have a sick relationship with one another. I don't get it. Um, oh, Glenn and Babs also talked to her about the surgery
Mm-hmm.
consult call. Um, they're Glenn is worried about this. Seriously worried about her having surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would like her to be skinnier and be at her best, but at what price?
Cost. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah.
them on it. Like, well, you can do this. I would just suggest, like,
Mhm.
for her, I think what she would really need to be successful is to have like maybe a therapist, in conjunction with a nutritionist. Like
Mhm.
have a nutritionist go over, make you a meal plan that will help you get to your goals. Then and be consistent in your physical activity and your diet. Then put say like a 6 month period to give it to so you can see results and see what's happening. And if after 6 months, if you're being strict and following the diet and you're still not losing weight, then we'll go into the medical stage. It's like, okay, guys, this is what we've
Mhm.
done. It's logged. We worked with her on her mental state. Is there something medically that we're missing? And then you go from there. This shouldn't just be something you just, oh, I'll just do it because, ma'am, let's be completely honest. If you were dieting at all at her size, um, you'll lose weight just based on just on calories alone. Just start by
Mhm.
cutting calories. And just by cutting calories alone, you will lose weight. And for her to really be at her weight, she's got to be taking in 4 or 5 thousand calories a day.
I don't so much think it's that. Uh, she does have the polycystic ovarian syndrome. She
That's
does
what I'm
have that.
saying. No, what I'm saying is, well, I'm probably making clear that. Well, I was thinking like taking that into account. That's why I was
Mhm.
suggesting like a dietitian nutritionist because that
She
way
does have that. Mhm.
she can say like, hey, I have this condition, disorder, whatever it is. Like, can you make me a diet around this to help me lose the weight? You start there and then see how the progress goes. And then if you're not making the progress, then you can look to medical alternatives. I'm just a big fan of starting with cutting calories, like do the best you can on your
Mhm.
own, and then you look to the medical. You shouldn't just be like, okay, I'm not happy. I'm not happy being overweight, so I'm just gonna go get surgery. That's with a platform like hers.
Mhm.
I don't think that's the message she should really be sending. and I'm kind of siding with her
Mhm,
father on this one.
mhm. And honestly, if she is going to do this, I think she needs to have therapy to
Hmm.
understand her relationship with food.
Hmm.
She needs a dietitian slash nutritionist to create a healthy eating plan, so that she knows how to eat to time, the proportions, the caloric intake. She needs to understand all of that. And I think she
Yes.
needs to be successfully in those programs, both therapy and nutrition, for a year.
Okay. A year. That's fair.
And I want it to be sustainable because once you do go and get the surgeries, right?
Hmm.
Because she already has the physical fitness part down. She has Ryan, she has Jessica boyfriend. They're all into physical fitness, so she has the physical part there. But she needs the mental and the nutrition component together and sustainable for a year.
You got to show that
Then
she
she
can do
can
it.
go then she can go and get the surgery because after a year, she should have established healthy eating habits and a healthy eating schedule, which she will desperately need once she has that surgery because you just
Mhm.
can't eat any and everything
Nope.
after you have that surgery.
I think
So
we need to do it.
she needs to line herself up right in order for that surgery to be successful, because if it isn't, she'll eat right through it and she'll
She
wind up heavier
what
than
she,
she is
what
now.
she needs to do is call Doctor Now and do a crossover.
Who's Dr. Now? Is that the 600-pound life?
Hmm.
Mm.
Give him a call, do a nice little crossover, get coined twice because he can do the surgery, but he'll hold her accountable. He has the resources, like I'm sure he has a dietitian, and I know he has the therapist because I've seen them on the show. So yeah,
Mhm.
do that.
But she's not 600 pounds.
It
Did
doesn't
she
matter,
did
but
oh,
he holds the accountability because he holds his people accountable at all times, and he has the resources to with the therapy and the dietitians. I'm sure he has a dietitian or knows
mhm.
someone, and we know he has a therapist from his show. So do a crossover
Mm.
and chronicle her journey. No, she's not 600 pounds, but still, she's someone who's unhappy with her weight and wants to make changes. And I think his discipline with his resources can help her get there. And it's within the TLC family, so
Mm.
why not do it? Why not reach out? It can't hurt.
That's so true. But if they don't, th then that makes me wonder if she's really serious about a surgery or not, because look at the tools that she has accessible within the TLC family that, um, she's not, like,
But
going after.
I think within her head, well, I'm not 600 pounds. That doesn't apply to me. It's not about the number of it's not so much about the number. It's the fact that you're unhappy where you
Mhm.
are and you're looking at surgery as a possibility to improve your life. So there's a correlation. You have nothing to lose. And like he's really, really good. And I just like his demeanor with his patients. He holds them accountable, he gives them the
Mm.
resources, he gives them the tools. Use them. And her moving to Houston could be another storyline.
Oh, good lord.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know.
I'm just
I
saying.
just I don't think she deals well with people who hold her accountable.
Fair.
Hmm. Okay, so she has the call with them. Then Buddy and Whitney, they decide to go swimming in the pool. What a nice pool. My God. My
Um,
God. Jesus.
like they like it's like if I was down like Ryan, we can keep you around for a little bit. Just you talk to Ed a little bit, get up here. But yeah, it was
Wow.
great.
If they don't thank Ryan for securing that house, I just don't understand. Um, but in the pool, her and Buddy have a moment, and he's telling her that he doesn't want to be depressed, but he can feel himself spiraling downwards.
Hmm.
And Whitney says, she'll always be there for him. It's just so odd, but she says it in such a weird way. She goes, you know, it's so weird. You're going into your depression right after I'm coming out, like kind of making a joke out of it. and I think she's more focused on her coming out and realizing like the world is good and happy and like she's coming out of
Mhm.
her funk and she's
Right.
more focused on that instead of looking at her friend who needs help, the same friend that came and helped you when you were spiraling.
Exactly.
But okay, yay, 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 she'll be there for him. At the same time, Ashley and Todd arrive. They just walk into the house and find the two of them doing aqua ballet or something in the pool.
That's the way I took it. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Anywho, they meet everybody up on the patio. Um, and Ashley gives Whitney a hug, and she actually cries because she's been having a hard time herself, and she didn't realize how much she missed something like the warmth of a hug,
Hmm.
physical touch. Like
Hmm.
this past year has been hard on so many people on so many different levels. And that one little scene, like it put a chink in my heart, a little heart.
Yeah, it was cute, but she's so nice, and it's just you have to keep yourself busy. This is why you people. This is why, excuse not you people. What I mean is, this is why people have to like really focus on finding things to do. Like, even if you're working at
Mhm.
home, it's still difficult. Like, there's some benefits, like for sure, but you have to like fill in the dead spaces. I had a conversation with a friend of mine. I said, like this is the problem of working from home. Like, because let's be honest, no one really has 8 hours of work per day to do. Most people don't. Like
I
in the
know I
general,
did.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, salespeople. I think sales is different. Like,
Yeah.
because with our job, our work is dependent on the people like we help.
Yeah.
So, and then the way our team is run, like we're all experienced,
Mhm.
so we kind of do things. We stay on top of everything, so we kind of wind up like, okay, does anyone need help? What's going on? Where are you guys? So,
You
yeah,
know what it is? When you're in the office and there are other people around, you get distractions.
true.
When you're in an isolated space and it's just you and the work, you are all of a sudden uber productive and you get through things faster
Hmm.
than if, Bob comes by your desk to talk about the game last night, or you're going for a coffee at the break
Yep.
room and you
Hmm.
stumble across Kim who, is looking for a band-aid or so. There's so many distractions in an office. When you come to an isolated remote space to work, you are suddenly very, very productive. So it might seem like you don't have 8 hours of work, but you do, minus breaks.
Well, true, but honestly, I think with our team, the way we work, like our goal for our team was to get everything done ASAP.
Mhm.
And when we did all our work, we kind of laugh because like most days we didn't have. If I was on the clock, I didn't work the full 8 hours. Let's be honest, none of us did. But what we would do is we would
Full
like sometimes we would
disclaimer, he
say.
doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that. He works full 8 hours.
I mean, what I mean by when I say a full 8 hours, what I mean like no one is really sitting like say
Mhm.
from 9 to 1. You're not really working all 9 to 1. Like I don't think most people work from 9 to 1 straight like with work. I mean, I know like the very few occupations that probably do. So there
Mhm.
probably are. I'm saying for the general people, we don't have 8 hours work to do. Everyone has their little breaks here and there. And this may sound bad, but what I miss most about going into the office is the coffee breaks with my office mate. No, it's with my office mates. We would be like, okay, like I would get in first. Generally, I was in first. I was in by 8, and then my other office mate, she would come in about 8:39. My manager would come in like about 9:30, and then we were like, it's 11:30. Are we going to get coffee? What's going on here? And those were the times we would literally like put on our coats, like walk and chit chat and go to Pete's and get our coffee, laugh, talk, walk back. We walk back to our coffees and we sit there and talk. And we would like literally sit in the office and work and talk and drink coffee. And I think I missed that the most.
Oh my god. I don't.
But
I
it's all about who you like have around you. And I think that's what
no.
I think that's what Ashley was. Is her name Ashley? Is that Ashley?
Ashley, yeah. Mhm.
I think that's what she was struggling with probably. Like
Mhm.
I bet she used to working with some people in an office and chit chatting and all that,
Yeah.
and doing a coffee breaks or going to the water cooler or something. And I bet she's missed that. But like a lot of us out there, like a lot of us miss that. It's
Mhm.
the little things you take for granted, and I could see why like a hug from someone that you like so much it's a huge thing. So I understood her in that moment.
Yeah, and this friend group, as dysfunctional as it is, they are very tight.
Hmm.
And with Whitney being away in Charlotte, and then when they see each other, they have the masks on and they can't touch. They have to be socially distant. I think just getting the hug after all of that time, she was just, very moved by it. She's a nice girl. I like her. I've come to like her a lot.
She's very
Um,
sensitive.
she is. She is. Um, but then again, Whitney has assembled quite a few sensitive souls around her that feed into her nonsense. So,
Somebody has to though, otherwise there'd be no
oh
show.
God, that's true.
Everybody can't be sensible. It wouldn't work.
Yep. So they talk that evening on the patio, and then it's the next day, and they're in the kitchen, and Buddy says that he's feeling a lot better. Whitney comes in. Ashley's there. Whitney comes in and I don't even know how this argument started, other than she said, "Get over it." And he walks away, which he should have stayed, walked away, but then came back and said, and he's right for saying this. When you were going through your mess, did I ever tell you to get over it? I swear she bites the hand that feeds her.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought that was really rude of her to say that. I mean, he's has depression. You've gone through it, but you're gonna tell him to get
Mhm.
over it. I'm like that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. And then he comes back to her and asks that question, "Did I do that to you when you were down?" And she's like, "I'm not talking to you about this out here. Not on camera. Take those cameras down." Hello, real Whitney.
Hmm. Hmm.
You showed your ass. I
For no
I
reason.
just did not understand that. Then she starts stripping. They go into the other room. And when she comes back out, it's like he apologized. Well, what about you?
Right. Exactly.
Anywho, anywho, um, Todd misses all of this. Todd misses everything. And I bet he's sorry about that, but because he's the biggest gossip in this group. Ryan arrives and he shows his negative COVID test. I swear he's getting these Jimmy rigged from somewhere. How is he not gotten COVID yet?
But you have to think about like the people who like don't wear masks and haven't wear masks from the beginning who've been getting haven't gotten it. So maybe his immune system should be studied or something.
Or what if he's one of those that's asymptomatic? He's already had it and
Right.
passed it
Mhm.
on to everybody,
True. Fair.
because he's in really good shape. He could have thought that a little sniffle, a few months ago could have been it. I
Right.
don't know. Anyway, he arrives, he shows that he's COVID free. Everybody's great. Um, but his confessional is so salty. He thinks that Tal is the curse word for a kitty cat, and that Tal and Buddy are sensitive. What happened to trying to get along with these people, Ryan?
You know how they do though. You know, in person they have like I'm gonna try to be nice, blah blah blah. But confessional, I'm still feel. This is how I really feel about you. I'm not mad at him for that.
You know what? I'm beginning to like him more and more every week. He's growing on me. He's
I
growing on me.
I appreciate his personality. So
I can be friends with him. I could watch him on TV, but I think we would be going at it all the time.
I mean, I could see that, but I could be friends with some. I'm friends with some people like him, so it's second nature.
Mm-mm.
It's it could be if you're a sensitive person, he's not the person for you.
There you go. Okay, so the group decides to go for a hike. They're going to meet Jessica and her boyfriend at they're going for a hike to a waterfall.
Hmm.
Everybody's cool with that. They meet up Jessica there. Um, this is a serious little hike that they're doing. I ain't
I
gonna
thought it was
lie.
cool. I thought it was cool.
It I don't know. I'm not into going into the forest and into the woods. Like, no, I'll stay in the city.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun. You
Give me a
know,
concrete jungle over a forest. I'm sorry.
you didn't grow up going camping as a kid?
No,
Oh,
no. I grew
gotcha,
up in Brooklyn. No.
gotcha.
And we don't camp in Barbados. No. We have houses. No. There's no need for me to go traipsing through a bunch of bush to get killed by some like Freddy Krueger or sleep on the dirt. Like, no. Ew,
Oh,
no.
well, as a kid, we used to go camping. I was part of a day camp, so every year we go camping. And one of the biggest things was there was this huge hill, and I never made it to the top. I made it
Mhm.
halfway. I don't like heights, but I wanted to like
Mm.
do it because like the people at the top seem to have so much fun. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. I got like halfway up, couldn't do it. Luckily, I didn't get stuck. And some people did get stuck one time,
Oh.
and they were trying to go up, and they like it's kind of when you get stuck, you can't move. Like
Oh, you're frozen with
yeah, you
fear.
can't go up. You can't
Yeah.
go up, but you
And you can't go down.
can't get yourself go down. And we like had to go get some people sometimes. I'm like, where are they? They're like, Jamal. I'm like, what? They're like, they're stuck. I'm like, where are they stuck? They're like about halfway. I'm like, okay, I can do that. So we literally like a group of us went up and got these people. It was like about three or four.
Uh-huh.
And they were doing so well too. They just got we can't do it. So we went there, got them, and we like helped them get back down because when you were stuck or frozen, as you call it,
Mhm.
the fear is if you take a step, you step wrong, you can go tumbling down the hill and hurt yourself.
That's what Whitney
So
was saying.
so we that's why we would go up and get them
Mhm.
and we like bring them down to make sure they got down safe.
Concrete jungle. Thank you. Uh-huh.
All right. Now, do I go camp? Have I been camping as an adult? No, that's not necessary. Thank you.
So you're on my side.
I like
Yay.
the hiking thing. I like the hiking thing. The hiking
Yeah.
thing is cool as long as they're in good wide trails. What they were on, like, see, no,
Yeah, that didn't look
safe.
you know what? That was for the expert hiker.
Agreed.
That was and I don't think anybody had on the right shoes. Well, at least Whitney. She was the only person I was looking at her shoes. Her shoes were dead wrong for this activity.
Yeah,
Dead wrong.
especially the slippery rocks that scared me.
Mhm. So yeah, like I wasn't for this, but they decided to go and they said hike to the waterfall.
Mhm.
Okay. That means the bottom of the waterfall.
Right.
No one said climbing up the waterfall. Climbing and hiking are two different activities.
True.
And I don't understand why Whitney has this mentality that if someone says to her, show caution, that translates to her, let's go. Girl,
No.
you saw how she almost got stabbed in the neck by the tree branch?
Yep.
Trying to climb up a waterfall is wet.
Hmm.
Everything is covered in moss. You ain't got the right shoes. Your body mass is all over the place.
Let's give Todd credit. Todd killed that. He just jimmied on himself up.
I was waiting for Todd to just pirouette right over the side. He was getting on my last nerves.
He killed that. I was like, go Todd. He got up there with no issue. I was like, wow.
And what was killing me, okay, what was killing me was Whitney in her confessional. If I make the wrong move, I can fall completely off of this waterfall and take the person behind you and the person in front of you.
Yeah.
The
You weren't wrong.
camera people said no.
Like they're like, no, we don't think that's such a good idea. And she's like, meh. I was like, okay.
Sometimes you just have to get out of it all being about you
Hmm.
and think about everybody else around you.
Exactly.
Because her friend Ashley stayed down and played in the pool, in the little water area at the base of the waterfall.
She was honest.
She wasn't going up there.
She's honest. That's not for me. No, thank you.
Exactly. But anyway, I digress. I've been watching Michelle ATLian too much.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, I was just thoroughly irritated with her, and the thumbnail that I got. Did you see the look on Ryan's face? It's like, if this bitch falls,
like
will anyone
no,
care?
no, he'll care. No, he'll care because this half the business. I mean,
I was just like, he looked aggravated. Like, I don't know why Jessica and her boyfriend are encouraging Whitney in this foolishness. I don't even know where Buddy has gone. He probably gave up at level 2. He got to level 2 and he said, "Don't do it."
right.
It's just very frustrating. And again, Todd was at the very top, pirouetting and plieing and doing the Royal Russian Ballet.
He was selling himself a ball.
Next week, let's hope either someone falls to their death or we find a resolution.
Effie, no.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just want to get everyone to the top safely, and then I want to see how they get down.
I don't want anyone getting to the top because she's having this much of a struggle trying to get to the top. How are you going to get back down?
That's my thing.
I hope
But
everybody is filming this for insurance
can they really?
purposes.
Can they really go back down? Are they really gonna have Whitney on the show crying like, I just really want to get to the top and I can't do it because of my weight and this just strengthens my resolve to get surgery? I don't want to see that. I want to see her get to the top.
Honestly, I don't even think she got past the first rock. I think they did several different camera angles and told her to just keep, like, put your foot there, do this, reach up. Okay, camera 1, go and film that. Okay, camera 2, you on the side, film this. Camera 3, put some extra mud on her right leg so it looks like it's a different frame. Throw some leaves in there and a twig. Have this one poke out and stab her in the neck. She's in the same location the entire filming, but it just looks based on different angles that she's actually going somewhere when she isn't. I don't understand how insurance covers this show and she's doing crap like this.
Well, I'm still rooting for Whitney to get to the top. That's all.
I'm rooting for Whitney to get the hell off of that waterfall and go back to that beautiful home and soak in the pool.
And hopefully, I wonder if Ryan has a chef cooking. I hope he
I didn't
does.
even think about that, but they got ice cream bars in there. These people, these are not the housewives. They will cook, they will eat whatever is in there, like
They do cook. They do like
ice
to cook.
cream, potato chips, cookies, crackers. They will eat that.
True.
They're not fancy.
They not fancy base.
They're not fancy. Ah, anything else that I missed?
No, like for me, this is like the best episode compared to the season. I didn't
Um,
mind it. I didn't struggle with it, like I said earlier. So I'm
this
okay
was
with it.
not so much of a struggle. This really wasn't, except for the argument between her and Buddy.
Yeah,
This was a semi decent.
exactly. So oh no, I'm cool. This is good.
Yep. Okay, so this was My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 8, Episode 13, Big Fat Brawl. If you have any feedback on this, please share it in the comment sections below. We read everything and we do try to comment. If you like our content, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time we release new content. Most importantly, tell a friend, have them join the conversation with us. Until next time,
Everybody,
bye.
bye.